Tools Up is a fantastic co-op game, but the negative reviews have a point. There are a few issues that can be difficult to get past, but if you can stomach it, it's worth it. Keep in mind this is similar to Overcooked, but a lot less stressful, which can be an advantage to some players. First, let's discuss what you do in the game. Tools Up is made up of many small levels that only take a few minutes to complete. They're the perfect length for a party game. All the levels end the same, with a house that has beautifully decorated walls and brand new flooring. Well, that is if you don't screw it up. Flooring and walls are the only two things your company works on, which is plenty, that's more than enough. Not all the houses you work on are ready for the new flooring and walls, so you will need to remove the old crap first. There's a blueprint in the house with the details. Note that you can only rotate the view if you're holding the blueprint. But it was only a problem on the later levels. All the other levels are fine. You don't even need to rotate the view to really see. The game is generous with outlines that show what you need to do. When you've finished all the work, the last part is cleaning up after yourself, and you need to take all the supplies outside and make sure there are no messes left in the house. And that's the game if everything goes according to plan. If you're playing by yourself, then it would be simple. But your partner is there to make it a nightmare, just like in real life. Coworkers bumping into the bucket and knocking it over creates a spill. And even though your coworker created the mess, you're the one stuck cleaning it up. Or trying to squeeze through a door at the same time as you. So of course you need to yell at them to get the hell out of the way. Communication is key in the workplace. Tools Up is more about time management and planning your actions. Do you work as a team to rip up a room first, or do you work on separate rooms? Jobs don't always start with all the materials, so you might have some time to kill waiting for a delivery. Tools Up is more about figuring out the optimum order of work. There are 2 modes in Tools Up. The first is campaign mode, where you're trying to finish the level before the time runs out. Then, based on how much work you completed, you're giving a star rating from 0 to 3. The game does lock your progress behind getting stars, which is unfortunate. The other mode is Party, which forces you to complete the work as fast as possible. You're graded on how fast you finish. It's like a race. These are the same levels from the campaign, so it doesn't add anything unless you want to compete against the clock. Now that's not something I want to do, but I guess it's good for a party, as the name suggests. You must complete the levels in the campaign to unlock them in party mode. Okay, so let's get to the issues. The most significant problem is the controls and the targeting. The controls are not precise and will sometimes not register. The character won't let you put down an object inside the house if you're standing too close to a wall. Also, if 2 items are next to each other, good luck getting it to target the one you want. It can be frustrating, and I almost quit. Yet, you know what? It's part of the madness. You get used to it, and the game gives you plenty of time to finish a level in campaign mode. I know we all crucify games that have inadequate controls, but in a party game, it seems reasonable to me. It leads to so many silly situations that are fun in a party atmosphere. We laugh together frequently about it. Another issue with Tools Up is how simple the game is. The game's ideas are unique and appealing, but a lot is missing. On the one hand, this is great because it's so easy to pick up and play. You know, party games have to walk this fine line between being serious and being straightforward. Yet, if you're playing through the game's campaign, it can get repetitive. Different flooring types help, the ice floors are goofy, but the furniture can be ignored. Also, why do all the orange floored rooms need to have orange walls? All the house's rooms need to match, and it ruins any surprise. Sure, you still need to look at the blueprint to know what type of floor to put down, but I want variety. Even with 2 people, you can keep track of all the colors needed. The developer missed a chance to create a nearly unlimited amount of content. Randomizing at least the colors for a house would be a considerable improvement. If you replay a level, you know exactly what's going to happen. You do not need to look at the blueprint twice. There's very little replay value, and if you do have to restart a level for more stars, all the fun has been sucked out of it. As I said, you don't even need to look at the blueprint again. You could start the level, look at the blueprint, memorize it, restart the level, and then completely ignore the blueprint, which I think defeats the purpose of the game. The difficulty isn't based on the color, so I don't see the issue with randomizing what colors are in the house. That would have made it much more appealing to replay the levels. Even with the issues, we're having a blast playing together. Tools Up is silly, stressful, and it feels like you're playing towards a common goal. Although you're never quite sure what's going to happen, and that works. We're yelling directions at each other, trying to figure out what piece of carpet we missed. It's those moments that I love the game the most. It's so funny when you knock over a bucket and you're both slipping over the same paint puddle trying to clean it up. It's partially the fault of the controls, but it's so funny you can't be mad. A frequent line we said, well, I'm going to be trapped slipping forever. I hope you got this. Co-op games are better when each player has some autonomy but are working towards the same goal. Instead of one person solving the puzzle, it's more about the mechanics and relying on each other. There's no way we could have solved painting and flooring the entire house alone. You have to work together, and you have to do it in the right order and communicate, and that's the best part about the game. Overall, Tools Up can be fun, but it isn't a strong recommendation. At first, we had trouble getting into it, and I almost gave up because of the controls. But I'm glad I powered through, and we enjoyed it all the way to the end of the campaign. I really do wish it was longer and more varied. Also, there's no reason to go back and play again, which is something we love doing and we would absolutely do. It's a great twist on the co-op genre, and if you're into co-op games, you should know how limited your options are. So if you've been searching for something, then you have to give Tools Up a try. Thank you. Playing Tools Up was pretty fun, and give me a break, hit subscribe,